in 2016, my full invoice of equipment for my complete pizzeria was less money than how much that one oven costs now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, that's how much it's changed, you know?
The following podcast is a Pie to Pie production.
Every slice tells a story.
Otter is mission control for your restaurant. With Otter, you can manage all your delivery apps, in-house orders, menus, and sales, all from one place. No tablet chaos. From online ordering and loyalty to kiosks and handhelds. Run faster, smoother, and a little bit more fun. Join thousands of restaurants switching to Otter. Go to tryotter.com or click the link in the description to learn more. How often do phone orders get screwed up? A busy restaurant, loud noises, it's easy to make mistakes, but with Loman, it can be a perfect order every time. Somebody that knows your menu better than you do yourself. This isn't some clunky chatbot. Loman actually takes orders, answers questions, books reservations, and processes payments. Loman AI, never miss a call, never miss a sale. Maestro Sausage, hitting all the right notes for 100 years. We run a busy line at Hot Tongue, and Maestro is one of those products that just performs. We use their sausage raw on the pie, and it cooks perfectly every single time. Juicy, consistent, and packed with flavor. It's premium sausage that performs. Maestro, hitting all the right notes. If you want to level up your guest experience, it's time to get Open. Open helps you win your customers back from third-party delivery. It upgrades your online ordering and even gives you a native mobile app that integrates directly with most POS systems. Send SMS, push notifications. Open gives you all of that without needing a tech team. Get Open and get back to work. Flat iron pepper. When you pop these peppers, you are gonna know. You can smell it, you can feel it, you can taste it. They are liberating pizzerias from low quality pepper flakes. Stop finishing your pizza with crap. Head to flatironpepper.com and join the pepper flake revolution.
The longer I do this, the less I want to be like, never want to be like that's the chefs. That's the pizza plate. Like, that's the hidden gem. It's like, I don't want to be the fucking hidden gem. I want to be fucking Nike. You know what I mean? I want everyone to know it's good, you know? Not in the scope of Nike, you know, but like, I don't want to be the secret thing, you know? I want to be known. So I feel like you just have to tell people. Like, if you can't just...
I guess that's like where intentional content seems to be such a better play. Like silly stuff is like, that's all I see now. Like the content that's being made is like skits and like, you know, and it's funny and it's captivating, but it's like, does that sell your pizza short, or does that help your brand story, or like, is it just like a quick video to make to like stay in the people's minds for that 24 hours?
Yeah.
You know? And then like, is that worth it? And then are we content creators or are we restaurant owners, or do you now have to be both?
You have to be a media company that happens to make pizza.
Yeah.
But that's for everyone.
Yeah.
It's even what giant companies are just realizing they have to become. Like, my wife works in advertising, so like I understand what's going on in that world too. And that's getting completely flipped. It's kind of like what's going on with movies. I mean, in LA, that's had probably a huge impact on the city, you know?
Oh, well, just like the lack thereof.
How it's all changing.
Yeah.
Hey, it was this certain thing for the past 80 years, and now it's not.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone knew it was not. But it's not like a flip of a switch. It kind of slowly happens, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? You know? But then there's still some, I don't know. It's all kind of keeps changing.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to change with it, because that seems to be the main lesson is like, oh yeah, we did pretty good on Instagram. It's like, do that same thing again, even 2 months later, it doesn't work. So you have to just keep trying new shit.
Yeah.
The other word I learned, or the thing I learned was, instead of like, because I try not to make anything feel like an ad. So the thing I learned, like you said, brand stories, like brand expression is like a term, I guess, in that field. So just try and make things that are like brand expressions, which like the brand is like me. So it's just like, here's shit I like. Yeah. Here's something I think is cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Let me tell you about this story from 10 years ago and why I care about it, you know?
Yeah.
And just try and mix that in, and it just gives more depth so the people who are like really into us can be really into us, you know?
Yeah.
Try and think about it like when are we started? Oh, we're going? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Sorry. But
Don't apologize, dude.
I try and think about it like when I was a little kid, and like one of the first bands in like 7th grade, I'm really into is Weezer. I
Yeah.
just really liked Weezer. So
Who didn't? The Blue Album is
Blue Album,
maybe one of the
Pinkerton.
best.
It was before anything else came out. So I was into it when it was like you had to dig pretty deep to find anything, buy weird Japanese CD singles and like be like, if you flip the booklet upside down and magnify glass, there's like secret lyrics and like just nerd shit, you know? And I wanted to look like I was a janitor and look like those guys. And and they had a lot of depth to their. They always had like they had a website with like a forum on it and like info on anything you would want. Their friend wrote like a complete history of like every recording they did and every piece of gear. There was just depth that like, hey, if you want to be into this, it's not just a good song and a good music video that you like. It's like you can go all in, you know? And so I think of that, just providing kind of just more depth to it, so people that are into us and find us can like go all in.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess like there's a difference between that and like how shallow content is on Instagram. So that's where I was kind of saying it's like I just don't know how beneficial it is to like be making funny ass videos or whatever, and maybe that does say a little bit about your shop, but then it's like then you look at like an account like Nutter Butter. Have you seen that on TikTok?
No. Nutter Butter the cookie?
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Nutter Butter.
You're gonna be a bigger fan.
I tried to win in a raffle. I tried to win a Nutter Butter bicycle once.
I'm sorry you didn't win.
I'm sorry you
didn't win, but a consolation prize is really the content they're putting out on TikTok. It's like unbelievable. It's just fucking. It's like batshit crazy.
Yeah, I was surprised. McDonald's, if you look at their stuff, is actually really good, and they do random. I don't go there a lot, so I don't like know about it, but they do collaborations and do weird merch and weird stuff, and they got global strange things going on, and they are really, really good at it. You know, so everyone is going to be good at that now. So it doesn't feel like something I can compete with anymore.
Yeah.
So the only thing that makes sense to me is just do what's fun.
Yeah.
And right now I have a fun time making videos with my friend Rob, and then telling my story and showing people places I like going to. And
I think that's what you said there, like having fun. I think that's like most important part.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if it's just you naturally having a good time or like talking about your story or whatever, like that translates.
And we're just trying to do it fully. So like the first trip was not a few months ago, around Thanksgiving time. I want to do something cool that wasn't turkey pizza. I think there's certain pizzas that are too illegal to do. Like Thanksgiving dinner pizza is not a food you need to eat, you know? Just trying to think of something cool. Ended up coming up with doing a mole pie. My friend has a Oaxacan restaurant in Brooklyn.
Nice.
By where I used to live there. I've known him a long time. And my friend Rob, who I film with, has worked there. So there was all these deep connections. And I was like, and there's tlayudas, like Oaxacan style pizzas. Like to me, it all made sense. I'm like, let's do this. Why not? So, hey, we have to go pick up the mole in Brooklyn to be able to test a pizza with it. Hey, while we're there, why don't we go to my favorite sandwich shop in the world? We sell lard bread here. It's like this, sometimes called prosciutto bread, something we used to do in the city. The best place to me that makes it in Brooklyn was down the street from where I used to live. That was in the same neighborhood, so let's go there. Down the street from there is like one of my favorite pizza places in Brooklyn that is kind of underhyped, called House of Pizza and Calzone. It's like, let's go there. And then it's like, let's just film it with iPhones sideways and might as well, you know? And just tell that story. And I was gonna do it anyway. And now I just had a great day with my friend, go film the mole thing, get styled out by them, eat an amazing Oaxacan meal, head home. It's a good day, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just doing what I'm kind of making my work be what an ideal fun day would be for me, like on my own. And I'm just trying to do that every day in some capacity, you know, and then just invite people into the world. Like just trying to have a pizza party every day over here, you know?
Once again, this episode is brought to you by Otter POS Systems. Otter POS is mission control for your restaurant. I had the absolute pleasure of going down to the Otter offices in downtown Los Angeles to tinker around with their systems, and man, was I blown away. With Otter, you can manage delivery apps, your marketing, there's handhelds, kiosks, and an all-in-one POS system that makes your life easier. My favorite feature, and something that I think no POS does other than Otter, is seeing real-time sales from third-party deliveries. You can look at all the commission rates being taken out of your sales so that you truly have an understanding of what your numbers look like that day. It's clear, it's transparent, and it's something you can't get anywhere else. Boost sales with commission-free online orders through Otter itself. Loyalty, automated marketing. You can also run your restaurant on the go with the Otter Go app. Update menus, check sales, make your storefront live across every delivery channel, all from your phone. Your restaurant deserves better. Head to tryotter.com or click the link in the description to book a free demo and see how Otter can help you run smoother and grow smarter. People connect with that. It's a lot of voyeurism out there on the internet.
Dude, that's a funny word to use with it, because that's like kind of what the whole thing is, right? But you never hear that as like the description of what.
I mean, that's what everyone does. Like kids play video games. Like you watch other people live out their life.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's entertaining, I guess.
Yeah, there's some kind of suspense to it. And then I think it's also just when you don't know what's about to happen, that makes you stick with it for slightly longer.
Yeah.
Like you get past that 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and that makes the algorithm ship it out to more people. But it's not necessarily like you love it. You're just like, your monkey brain is like, I need to find out what happens, you know? And so you're on it for longer, and then it takes that as it being a good video, and then it shares it more, you know?
Yeah.
It's not, you know, it's making something that is immediately gratifying in some way. That's what I think a lot of
it's hard to do.
Yeah, it's hard to do. It's a different part of your brain than like what have you been, you know, running a pizzeria is.
Yeah. Well, that's hard too.
Yeah, that's its whole own. That's its whole own thing.
That's fucking hard too.
That's why I think staying just in the mindset of like, what's a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and then I just happen to film it, so more people can know about it, so then more people can come have a good time.
Yeah.
As long as you just stick with that, that's a good headspace to be in.
Yeah, I guess what's important too is like if you're having fun and you like the end video or the end product, like however well it performs, it shouldn't really matter.
Yeah.
Like it can be frustrating, like, oh, like I wish a lot more people would have seen this. Like this was like, this really showed this side of this business or like what we do here. But at the end of the day, I think like making something, putting it out, and then being okay that it doesn't do well is also pretty important too.
Yeah. And it's putting in perspective, like to me, having done some stuff that then was posted on YouTube and you get to see the views and you're like, 731 views. Okay. You know, not the 7 million I was thinking.
Yeah.
But then to have like a single regular who I recognize comes in all the time, brings their family in.
Yeah.
Just to be like, yo, I watched the podcast. That was really cool. I didn't expect to watch it for very long. I only watched a minute of it.
Yeah.
Or I thought I would only watch a minute, but I ended up watching the whole thing. You know, and now they watch an hour-long thing of me talking. It's like the most unbelievable thing to me that anyone would do. Yeah. You know, so it's just kind of cool. And I think that's like a benefit of being out here in the suburbs now versus being in New York where we opened originally and where I had lived for 18 years is like, people are here longer. I'm kind of in it for the long haul. It's more owners of homes than renters, you know? Yeah. And I know in 18 years, I think I moved like 8 times in the city, you know? Yeah. So not by choice even really.
That city
like,
living.
2 of them were maybe I wanted to do, you know? So here it's very intentional. people want to have this place in their town that they're proud of, feel connected to. And so to me, that one view made it worth it. It feels like.
Well, that's also a better way of looking at it. Like, just because it only had 700 instead of 7,000 views, that's 700 people who watched it. And if like, especially if those are people that aren't just like around the United States or the world, but it's like people who come in here, they get, the funny thing is, like, I was thinking about this on the plane today, that like a lot of these podcasts, especially like ones that I was on prior to having my own, it's like these are small little time capsules for yourself too. Like, even any content you make, like, it's for other people, but if it's fun to go back to. Yeah. Like, in 10 years, you could listen to this and be like, oh man, that's like when I was doing this, or like, we just had started doing this, and like, and even like having that kind of stuff for yourself, or that one person, like there's value in so many different ways than just going viral or whatever. Like, you can't really monetize, well, unless you have monetization, but you can't really know how much business like these things drive when you're making a reel or whatever. Yeah. But I don't know.
I try not to think about any of it anymore, and just instead it's just what's fun. And from that one dude saying he watched the whole thing, now I think about that every time. I'm like, if I'm just building more depth with people, and that's more the goal, it's more about having a certain amount of like hardcore fans than just 1 zillion random people knowing about you. Yeah.
No, at Hot Tongue, it's like so much, it's tough because it's like we're locked into the neighborhood. Like, I think we've done a really good job serving the neighborhood, but there's like, you gotta expand out. Like, Los Angeles is pretty vast. Like, and pizza's like coffee. Like, now there didn't used to be a lot of good pizza in Los Angeles. That's not the case anymore. And so like, convenience is the thing. They're just going to go to the neighborhood spot. So like, to expand your reach, it's like you kind of have to do some marketing in that level for awareness, or for somebody to be like, oh, I got to go check out that place.
Yeah, it's worth the trip.
Yeah, and so like, most of the time that's going to happen is like, you don't do mailers anymore. Like, you're not doing old school shit. Like, now, like, the new mailer is hiring an influencer with a way bigger reach. Yeah. Like, because why are you going to spend $3,000 on flyers when you could have 5 influencers with a reach of over 2 million people, like, come into your restaurant? Yeah.
No, that's the reality. Like, there happens to be some print magazines in town here still. It's pretty rare. Yeah. There's more than one. There's barely that in the city. Yeah. And if you look at the ad rate to get, a business card size thing in there, it's more than you would pay an influencer for a post. And from having stuff like go viral, that impact is immediate. If something went viral right now, in 1 hour, we would sell 50 more of that item.
Your sales might be up 30% for a whole month.
Immediately, And so it's like, it just makes more sense. It's not about what you prefer, or what's used to work or anything. It's just like basic math now. It's not a hard choice to know what works.
Have you worked with influencers before?
It's just happened to us.
Yeah. Naturally.
Yeah. And some interesting stuff has happened where there's some of the big food pages, Instagram wise, in New Jersey are connected to like newspapers, that have been around a long time. And it's really interesting to see. I think this has happened recently, but where the newspaper will kind of still be on the old model, and they'll put out a list. Like, our one pizza is #1 best pizza in Jersey right now for this year. And they put it out on the website, on the front page, emailed it to everyone, and it was up just on their website like that for 4 days. And in those 4 days, in my head, I'm like, all right, we got to get ready, like, this is going to be insane, because we'd already had some like viral videos. And it was like 1 or 2 people came in those 4 days being like, hey, I heard about this pizza. Then they posted it on Instagram on the Friday, of course, like Friday at like 4:00.
Yeah.
You know? And then literally within 5 minutes of it going up, it's like 20 of those pizza ordered online, you know?
Yeah.
And so it didn't make an impact till then. This shouldn't be the case. It wasn't the case not that long ago, you know? But I knew the shift had happened when I saw recently like New York Times getting into more YouTube video and like food video. They have like Sandwich City and these other different series.
Yeah.
And instead of covering, there's so many restaurants open in New York every year. Some of them are multi-million-dollar projects with chefs who have multi-million-dollar international things. You would think that would be the most interesting thing to cover. That's kind of what I would maybe want to see. Not every time, but if you're going to spend $10 million building a place, I kind of want to know what goes into it.
Yeah.
But they chose instead to make a whole series about the opening of the Salt Hank sandwich restaurant. It's like a French dip sandwich. That's the only thing he sells.
Bomb.
Guy who's popular on TikTok. And they followed him, you know, because they needed his following. The New York Times needs Salt Hank TikTok influencer more than he needs them.
Well,
And
that's like the flip.
and it completely flipped. This happened like 2-3 months ago.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw that happen, that instead of them following the restaurant opening of Jean George or Danielle or David Chang or any giant name, they went with the TikTok dude with 2 million followers with a little restaurant that sells a singular sandwich.
Do you find it as crazy as I do that we put the best ingredients in our pizza, our dough, our cheese, toppings, fresh produce, and then we put pencil shavings on our tables called red chili flakes? What is a red chili flake? We found out about Flatiron Premium Pepper Flakes from a customer who actually brought us some. We were putting it on every slice we ate. It was gold. We were like searching for it like addicts in the back, just like, ooh, where's the Flatiron? Where's the Flatiron? There is no going back. When you pop these peppers, you are gonna know. You can smell it, you can feel it, you can taste it. The 4-pepper blend, which is actually the blend we have on every table at Hot Tongue, definitely has a higher heat level, and I'm a heat guy, if you know what I'm saying. It has the arbol, the jalapeno, the ghost, and the habanero. Spicy. They are liberating pizzerias from low quality pepper flakes. Flatiron pepper, you are going to know the difference. In here, real peppers from Italy. Let's go. Head to flatironpepper.com right now. Use the code PIE2PIE at checkout. That's PIE, number 2, PIE at checkout. And any order over $25 is going to get you a bottle free of the sweet heat. Put that sweet heat in your cart, and any order over $25, that baby's gonna be free. Do not miss this chance to upgrade your pepper game. Head to flatironpepper.com right now and join the Pepper Flake revolution. That just kind of shows how everything is going.
Yeah.
Even like Dancing with the Stars. Like there used to be like B-list, C-list celebrities, like older celebrities.
Oh, now it's
now
me.
it's like half of it is TikTok.
Oh,
Stars.
really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that, but I believe it.
And it was this season.
It's a good one.
Well, this season, I'm not like I don't know when I started watching the show. It's unbelievable though. It's a lot of work, dude.
Yeah.
If anybody works at ABC and wants to get me on there, I would fucking crush.
I want to be on Traders.
Dude, Traitors.
Yeah,
All right.
I just
Me and
watched
you-
it, and they're starting a non-celebrity one. I just looked at the form. I just think I could be good at it.
You'd be good, dude.
And,
Alan Cummings, dude. Come on, Mike wants to be on.
Alan, and
Traitors.
I like how he has his dog on.
Dude, and
if
his
I could bring my dog, that would be sick.
His fits are sick.
Because it says I have to be gone for maybe up to 4 weeks. That'd be hard for me to be gone from my dogs for that long. So I feel like he would understand.
Yeah, all right. Bring the dogs, dude. Is that a make or break for you?
No. I would do it either way. It would make it easier.
Okay.
and
Well,
more
you
fun.
do the original one in the UK. It's normies, and then the first season, I don't know if you saw it. It was half normies and then half like celebrities.
Yeah,
Traitors.
it's a good one.
There's a man there. Yeah, that show seems quite scripted, but what reality
of
television
logistics.
isn't? Yes, a lot of logistics, dude.
That's like part of why I like it. I'm like, they're like, oh, now you got to run around in the woods on a fucking cart and collect 40 skulls and stack them.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I wonder how would I have spread skulls in a mysterious way in a swamp? You know, I'm thinking about that at the same time of could I do it? What's the best way to stack skulls? Have I stacked a skull before? It's just got my mind going.
Have you?
I don't think so, you know.
Damn, that's
Some people are naturally good at stacking skulls. Like the whole thing is interesting outside of every part of it is interesting.
yeah.
The outfits, dude. It's a chance to really stunt on them.
Well, I mean, no one stunts harder than Alan Cummings. His fits are really, truly legendary.
Yes, the last episode I saw his outfit, he looked like he was in like a perfect omelet. It was like this dress shirt jumpsuit combo.
Yeah.
And it looked the exact texture of like perfectly scrambled eggs in like a French omelet.
That sounds incredible.
And yeah, I was amazed. Just his head popping out.
Yeah.
I want to be in that.
Dude, call up the designer, dude. I don't know where he gets those fits.
I'm impressed by the whole thing.
Yeah.
It just they hit you with something constantly, you know?
Yeah. There's some things that don't make sense to me. And then when I found out that they don't live like in the mansion.
I had to look that up.
And that like they'll go do a challenge and then they get back in the same clothes and there's some, I don't know.
I had to find that out. I couldn't take the mystery, and then I knew too much. Now I stopped watching the video once I had learned a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I want to have the mystery. I want them to all be tucked into some kind of like crazy tufted bed with
none of that happens. No.
It's disappointing.
The mansion doesn't even look real to me. It just looks like a set. There's only one true reality television show that is real, and that's Love Island.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that. I thought you were gonna say like Bar
Survivor
Rescue or something.
Survivor. Oh, Bar Rescue. I mean, I don't know. Triple D, man. Triple D. Come on.
Cue the Triple D music right now.
I'm Guy Fieri. We're rolling out. Done that with the die. Dude, let's talk about Corner Slice, dude.
Yeah.
You started in the city.
Yeah, started in the city.
How tough was that?
Pretty crazy timing, you know, it's already hard. And then we got through COVID. We never closed at all, except for when there was like curfews.
When did you open?
March 2017.
Okay.
Took possession of the space the week before Thanksgiving 2016. Had been working on it for like a year before that, leading up to it.
You'd been working on like the space?
Working on the concept and like the idea.
Got it.
And then on like, took a while to negotiate a lease. Nothing is fun in New York City. It all takes longer than you want and costs more than you want.
Sounds familiar.
Until it doesn't.
Yeah.
Until somebody comes along and is like, here's millions of dollars.
That happened to you?
I think that happens to anyone that's open long enough in New York City, that happens to you, and that's how you exist.
Wait, explain that one to me.
Well, like...
Who's that happened to? Luke Hawley?
Anyone. Lay industry. They have investors that gave them tons of money to open.
Really?
Yeah.
They were just like, yo, here's a couple mil.
I mean, it just costs $1 million to open a restaurant in New York. So it has to come from somewhere.
So you bought Key Money, second generation?
Oh, no, we got lucky. So I voided that. So
Where'd you get your $1 million?
We didn't have to do that. Because we opened in a food hall space. So I was a chef, you know, in like other types of restaurants. So I was a chef for this restaurant called Ivan Ramen in this food hall that had opened in Manhattan called Gotham West Market. We had opened a restaurant in there, and an opportunity came like 2 years later or so that they wanted to get pizza in there. They didn't have pizza, you know? And so I ended up opening in a food hall. So it was 300 square feet. It was less than this.
Got it.
So it didn't cost that.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be the stepping stone.
And
we were open for 3 years. And then that's like pretty much exactly because we opened in March. And then that's when COVID happened. And then we ended up being open for another close to 4 years in Manhattan before I decided to move out here.
And did you live in Portland?
I did it. I did a long time ago. Yeah.
You did? Did you? And you worked at Ken's Artisan?
Yeah.
Was Ken actually there at the time?
Yeah.
Is he an asshole?
I don't think so.
No. You can be honest on this
No,
podcast.
not at all.
Okay.
I don't think so at all. That was a great experience. I worked at two terrible places before that. I moved out there, and that was the first cooking jobs I had. I got a job dishwashing in this Italian restaurant. It was all like pizza related, and they were like, if you're good at dishwashing, we'll show you how to make pizza. And I'm like, I'm a kid from New Jersey. I'm like, hell yeah, I want to.
It's in my blood,
make pizza.
bitch.
And then maybe I was there for a week or so, and then they showed me the pizza, or they were like, maybe that's what I ate for. They're like, you want pizza for your staff meal tonight? I was like, yeah. And then they show me what the pizza is. 2007 Portland, Oregon pizza from a restaurant that had been there for 30 years.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
that isn't pizza,
it's
dude.
that's not pizza. I was like, I got to get out of here. What am I going to learn? I just wanted to learn. I just wanted to weigh in, and then I accidentally worked at the next place that would hire me with no experience, 2 weeks dishwashing experience, was this terrible hotel restaurant. And that was also gotta get something good, gotta get out of here. It just made me realize that you have to work somewhere where people really, really care about the food and are trying to do the best they can do. And so I got lucky. I got to work at Ken's. I got hired to deliver the bread, but also half the job was making sandwiches. And then you're just in the bakery, tiny bakery.
Yeah.
He had the pizzeria too at that time. But I worked in the bakery. It was right by my house. I like driving vans. I like driving around. If you're from New Jersey and you go to, I don't know how it is now, but in 2007, if you're from New Jersey and you go to drive in Portland, Oregon, it's like you're playing a whole different game than everyone driving there, They would if you're 20 feet from the crosswalk at that time, they would be like, I'm going to wait for them to cross, and you'd have to get to the sidewalk still. I mean, the street. It was that chill, and so people would call all the time and say I was doing crazy stuff. But meanwhile, I've never gotten a ticket. I'm a good driver in New Jersey, but I was just making it happen.
Good. Yeah. Well, my wife's from Jersey, and I think the word is aggressive.
Yeah.
I was actually born in Pacific Northwest, so I understand the chillness. But
it's very chill.
I'll tell you, I fucking hate. We have a car. This is my second time driving in this city, New Jersey and New York, and I fucking hate it.
Yeah. This is
people
intense.
honking. The light turns green, and instantly a horn is blaring, or somebody's flickering lights at me. It's dude. Where's everyone got to go? There's fucking traffic. You're going nowhere.
Yeah. Well, versus if you're actually from the Northwest, that's the most nicest, chillest people. Yeah, that's. So they liked me doing the job because I could finish the route an hour faster than anyone
I get that.
From
Yeah,
there.
because you're whipping around. Fuck you, dickhead. The biggest pain point today in the restaurant industry is third-party delivery. The customer experience is completely taken out of your hand, and so is the data. Open helps you win your customers back from third-party delivery. The Hot Tongue app, built by Open, has been huge for us here at Hot Tongue. Online sales went up 20%. We saw customers coming to the app from third party. They help make sure that food gets there, and when it doesn't, you're not calling DoorDash, you're not calling Uber. Open is taking care of all of that for you. And it doesn't replace people. It replaces your time. It gets you in the palm of your customers' hands and in their pockets. Open is basically giving you the digital power of a restaurant chain without losing your voice and your hospitality. Every guest who interacts with you is actually saved, organized, and yours to keep, not the third parties. Turn those contacts into paying customers. No blasting, no guessing, just targeted messaging that works. You can run campaigns yourself or run it on autopilot. If you don't want to create the campaigns, it will spit out four for you every month. Marketing is something that falls by the wayside sometimes, and that's where Open really succeeds. It takes so much off of your plate. the automations, the AI creating campaigns, the SMS, the push notifications going out, double points day, the loyalty program. All these features matter and really help a small independent operator. If you want to level up your guest experience, it's time to get open.
Learn more at getopen.com/pie-to-pie.
I got to two parts of it that stand out. One was delivering bread. I got to go into all the best restaurants in the city.
Because you got the good bread. Okay.
And yeah, the best bread, the only bread, it's rare now for anyone to do. It was like on the menu. It wasn't just like, oh, we got bread, sure. It was like, no, it's Ken's artisan bread. And they're selling it for money, which growing up in the land of diners and restaurants with giant overflowing bread baskets as soon as you sit down, I'm like, people are spending $7 on bread? This is crazy. But so I got to see into all these amazing places that really, I feel like Brooklyn got the credit for later on of like being the place with the type of restaurants that actually were like what Portland was doing, like real small chef-owned, farm-to-table, super fine dining, but in a relaxed way. Like every place I went to was like that. It was incredible. The smells, everything about it, I remember, so clearly. And then, because so many people wanted it, the other standout part was he was committed to just doing the best bread. So he could have kept selling more and more bread.
Yeah.
It was limited to this super small amount of pieces per day. It was like maybe they made 300 pieces of bread a day. And that was it, Even though people call every day, people would ask. It'd be like, nope, that's what we do.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
If you're around here, no one does that.
You know?
In New York City, no one does that.
Yeah.
You're already in opening your first store in New York City. You're just trying to get to the scale where you can like open a commissary or something to like make the most possibly can, because that's the only way to make labor and rent work out, It's like you're already having to think about that.
Yeah.
It's the complete opposite. So it was really special for a lot of reasons. And I thought, I'm a know-it-all fucking smart-ass kid from New Jersey. I'm like, good semolina bread. I thought I knew good bread.
Yeah.
I didn't know shit about bread, So it was amazing to learn that. And it was like a different generation of dudes working there, and ladies, women. And a lot of them had worked in the city. A lot of them had worked all over. And then they were just working in this really cool little bakery. So super inspiring. A lot of what I feel like I applied to our pizza is like from what I kind of saw there.
Yeah.
Instead of it being just a dude in the basement in the typical pizzeria and he's measuring everything and like, by volume and by feel, and there's no real controls or recipe maybe even, besides like it's just the same guy doing it, him and his Hobart and pile of all trumps. I had seen a different way in this like micro bakery that was making super beautiful, amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And in a casual way. I was like, why can't I apply that, to pizza?
Yeah.
And then being a chef, I knew where to source stuff. I was like, why would you get locked into like one purveyor? Like all the pizza places were like, I just buy everything from one place. They've been selling pizza stuff for 50 years. I'm like, but what if there's better stuff from someone else,
Yeah.
And it's like applying that and mixing that with kind of the timing in the city, everything kind of become like 99-cent pizza.
Yeah.
Was like the thing, especially for slice shops. Slice shops, it was 99-cent pizza that cost more, maybe an old school place, but was like probably using similar ingredients to 99-cent pizza, just like treating them better. And then Neapolitan type pizza, places like that business model became more popular, Motorino and Roberta's and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like, to me, I just identified with what I grew up in Jersey, which is like kind of like a slice place, just like what you think of New York, New Jersey pizza as, slice place that's like your place. Everyone identifies with a certain one that's like, there's constant arguments, who's the best. You identify with it based on your town or neighborhood or whatever, and it's like a place you meet up, hang out. And I was like, starting to not have that be a thing in the city. I thought that was insane. It's still a place people would travel from all over the world to like eat pizza.
Yeah.
So it's like, how is that not a thing, And so that's kind of the all those things are kind of what combined. I saw kind of an opportunity of a way of doing something different. That's why we only do square pies. Kind of being in the food hall pushed it to be different too, I think, because it's like we couldn't compete on having the coolest space or like this great location. It had to be more, we had to like work harder on the design and the feel to stand out and do something different with pizza. At that time, there wasn't I think before we opened, there was like maybe 2 places that just did square pies, and they were old school places in Queens. I don't think there was any Detroit pizza stuff. I don't think people knew what that was yet.
Yeah. What kind of pans do you bake in?
We don't use anything crazy. Like when we started, we literally used like Winco aluminum sheet pans because I wanted to be efficient with like half and use speed racks. And I just trying to make it more like a bakery, and be influent. Part of it was like, there is all this Italian bakery pizza is like a category, a lot of pizza started that way. Like the New Haven pies started that way. It's in bread ovens. And while they were too hot to bake bread in, they bake pizza in the morning. And just, I wanted to be like bakery style. So I didn't want to be any weird pan, just standard half sheet pan.
Yeah.
We used 2 different ones depending on the bake. Oh, and the other thing that was happening, like I was the first person with a pizza master in New York, in Manhattan. I was the first one. So that was a thing I saw happening too, being like,
you have that, like that. You have like that's written somewhere that you had the first pizza master
you could
in
ask
New York.
MPM, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, MPM who brings them in and stuff. Yep, first one. There was other places. It was all over. Actually, I think I saw Ken. Ken had from Ken's Artisan. He had opened a pizza place later, and I saw him switch from like a Baker's Pride or something to this, and I knew. Like if he was into the pizza master, I was like, it must be good.
I think Scotty's Pizza Parlor I think he claims to have one of the first pizza masters in the United States.
Really?
Is that
I
right?
have no idea the timing.
Or in Portland. Did I just make that up?
There was a bunch of them around. They had like a list, but it was literally like 30 places. By the time I got it, I purchased it in 2016.
Yeah, this was like his was like 2012.
Really?
You ever had Scotty's? Were you only in Portland for a year?
Yeah, I lived there for a year.
Were you in a band? Were you playing music?
Yeah, I played music.
You just had like the dream to go to Portland, dude. Portlandia. You went there in the hot time, dude.
Yeah. Well,
Why Portland?
Well, I was trying to decide on where to move. I had gotten out of high school, went to Philadelphia because I had friends. And
how was Philly?
Great. It's a good place.
What else though? What else are you not saying? Do you not like Philly?
No, I like it a lot.
Okay. Are you an Eagles fan?
I'm not a sports guy, but when you live in Philly, you watch Eagles games.
Yeah.
How
long did you live in Philly's?
For also a year.
Okay.
So like straight out of high school, moved there, went to college for like literally like 2 classes, and then was like, got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Got a job doing construction, lived with my friends who also all played in bands, did the same job with them. And then wanted to really move to New York, but it was so expensive even then. Didn't know, it wasn't the right time. Had a van from playing in a band, so I could fit all the little bit of shit I owned in it. And
you're just like, fuck it, I'm driving across country.
Yeah, I wanted to do that, so I did that for like a month, and Portland just made the most sense. It was also music related because it was like I wanted to move to a smaller city that was like affordable, but still had touring bands come through.
Yeah,
and music has and Portland has an amazing music scene, especially like punk scene, and they still had all those bands coming through. So I was like that, and then I literally at that time, looked it up. Like I think I was down to like I'm gonna go to Savannah, Georgia, or go to Portland. Or, they felt affordable enough and like had the things I was looking for. And then if you just look up like at the time, Wikipedia, and it was like Portland, Oregon, like most restaurants like per capita.
Got a lot of restaurants.
Most strip clubs per capita.
That too.
And most breweries per capita.
Yep.
And I'm like 20 years old and just think that's all these things combined make it be the coolest place ever.
Made your decision easier.
So it's like, Let's go.
Portland, here we come, baby. Maestro sausage, hitting all the right notes for 100 years. If you know me, you know I'm picky about ingredients. I only use the best. We run a busy line at Hot Tongue, and Maestro is one of those products that just performs. We use their sausage raw on the pie, and it cooks perfectly every single time. Juicy, consistent, and packed with flavor. No guessing, no babysitting, just quality. Now, Maestro chops and grinds their meat the old school way, so it never gets overworked. That gives us the signature medium coarse texture, and for us, it means it doesn't stick to our hands when you're topping pies. You move faster, you get better yields, and you're not losing product to gloves or washing it down the sink. It's premium sausage that performs. It's also the best tasting sausage around. That combination is really hard to beat. Maestro, hitting all the right notes. What would you say like the most inspirational slice of pizza you've ever had?
Oh, that's a tough, I don't know. There's so many. Like, I feel like growing up, I mind that all the time. Like, a lot of my pizzas that we do sell have like direct reference points, you know? So it's hard to say like the most, but like our margarita pie, that it's not exact, it's influenced by, it's not like, I'm not trying to make a replica at all, but that's the earliest slice I can remember having that kind of blew my mind, is what that's a riff on.
Yeah.
That it was when, you know, all the pizzerias around here when I was growing up originally were like classic. You know, there wasn't crazy pizzas. For sliced pies, there might be just a cheese pie that they might put toppings on. That was all that was like ready, you know? And that's still my favorite to this day, is like a plain pie.
Yeah.
But this newer place opened, and they were one of the first places with crazy pies and like 30 pizzas in the display. And they did this Sicilian pie with like a basil oil on it. It was like pretty straight up Sicilian pie, and that was their like margarita. The place is still around. And so that's like a huge reference point for me, is like when I create something, I'm kind of always like have something like that as a reference. Like first place I had a vodka pizza was Joe and Pat's in Staten Island. Every time driving from Brooklyn to New Jersey, going on a trip somewhere, if I could, I'd try and go back through Staten Island and try out pizza. I kind of didn't mix it up. Once I knew about Joe and Pat's and Lee's Tavern, I just kind of stopped there and would just go to either one. But they had been doing vodka pie. Still think it's one of the best ones. You know, they're related to like Ruby Rosa in the city. I think they have a location in the city now. But this was before that. You know, they just were an old school slice shop and restaurant in Staten Island. So that's a reference point. Oh, you know what? I do have an answer for this. I don't know what, I didn't think. So we do on the menu a garbage pie, which growing up around here, that's like a thing, or it was.
Is it like a Supreme?
Kind of like Supreme, yeah. But it had a specific flavor profile. Supreme, I think, is like less toppings, and like I know that from like Joe's. You know, that's where that name became popular. I think from was like Joe's. But like around here's garbage pie. It was just like kind of every topping, including anchovies, but done in a certain ratio as a specific flavor, and then it kind of disappeared. But growing up, we would drive across town. My dad would want to drive across town to go to this certain pizzeria that didn't deliver really. Cash only, husband and wife working there only. And that, because that was like the best place, you know? So we drive across town to get it instead of the more convenient one, or get it delivered. And we get a plain pie and we get a garbage pie, Sicilian.
And it was called garbage pie?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was just like, you know, a 1 pound box with like light toppings, and then like a 20 pound heavy ass, the complete opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And that's super memorable to me. It was like getting that, the smell of that in the box, in the car.
Yeah.
Driving, you know, hot pizza on your lap as a kid, doing takeout like that, driving home.
Nothing feels better than that,
Yeah,
man.
it's fucking good, you know, the smell of it.
Hot pizza on the lap.
It's, so that's probably actually the answer, maybe.
Okay.
But I've tried to reference that with everything we do. There's like some reason, something it's like kind of based on, has some kind of story.
Yeah.
That's like this sign. This is from a restaurant I grew up going to called The Fireplace. Had like the best location in North Jersey, you know, on this main highway, one of the best spots, this giant, and it was like a proto fast food place. And so like pre-McDonald's, you know, it was just like they did a little bit of everything, and they kind of over time, but it's a place everyone grew up. It opened in the 50s. It lasted until COVID, basically. And so it's a place like everyone grew up going to there.
People weren't the only thing that died.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Now it's a Chick-fil-A.
Well, at least the neighborhood got a Chick-fil-A, you know?
Yeah. But like it's all for me, all this stuff is about telling a story or like a reference point. So I guess I'm trying to always integrate that kind of stuff into.
Was this on like sale for an auction, or you just go over there and say, "Hey, can I have this sign?"
So they did an auction. No one bought this sign. It was still stuck on the building. This dude who had gone to it that I now know, his name's Mitch Colby, and he's like an antiquer kind of guy, kind of junk collector guy. No one bought it, and he didn't want to see it smashed. They literally knocked down the building. So he's like, "Hey, can I take that?" And they're like, "If you can get up there," because this was on like a back part of the building, like 20 feet in the air, a giant light box. And he rigged up some kind of setup where he was like on ladders on top of his van. He got the panels down. He got the original trim.
Yeah.
And he just threw it in his garage and eventually put it on like Facebook. And it got to be the time we had finished building everything in here and we didn't have a sign. And my business partner, he's from the same area, and we both grew up going to this place. And people kept sending it to me. They would see the listing, and they kept sending it to me. I'm like, I don't know, the thing's 14 feet. It's enormous. Like, how are we even going to do it? We'd have to figure out who to, like, rebuild it or whatever. And I wanted it. I wanted it from the time I saw it at the auction. You know, I've always wanted it. I just, like, didn't know what to do with it. And it came time where we needed a sign. We were going to open like a month later, you know, and talked to the guy. He's like, "Yeah, if you come today, you know, I'll be able to meet with you. Otherwise, I can't meet with you for a while." And he hadn't gotten rid of it. We show up, tell him what we're going to do with it, that we're actually going to use it. Kind of had to convince him to sell it to us. So I think he was thinking about maybe keeping it for himself, or just didn't want it to like
sit in his garage,
go anywhere.
Yeah,
and told him we would actually put it up, and he sold it to us. We had to make a whole rig to move it because it's enormous, and we got it here, and then it was still like not together, and you couldn't hang it. It had no frame, it's just panels. And talked to a bunch of different sign companies to try and help us with that. I'm like, I'll call the place right in Paramus where this was, like right down the street. They'll care about the old sign. They'll want to see it live again. They must have driven by it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
This place has been there forever too. And they're like, "Oh yeah, that sounds cool, but you know, it'd be easier. We could make it out of vinyl for you. Like, we'll make a different one." I'm like, "Nah, that's not the point." So there's this place in the city I knew about called Noble Signs, and they're known for saving old signs. And they're out of my price range normally, you know, but I contact them anyway. I'm like, "Hey, I have this really cool old sign. I want to restore it. It means a lot to me. And I think it would be really neat if you helped." And turns out the dude, David, that owns that sign company, he grew up in Maplewood. So he found out where we were. He's like, "I want to see that thing again. You know, I'll visit my parents and see it." And so he helped out, made it happen. And we did put it out front. Town didn't like it that much.
Oh, really?
And yeah, I kind of didn't understand what was allowed or not. It's my fault.
Yeah.
But we ended up putting it in here. Now I like it more in here. And it just reminds me of, you know.
What a pain in the ass. You had this hanging up and then had to move it? Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Well, luckily we found someone who's really good at that,
too. It all
too,
sounds expensive, dude.
Yeah,
How much did this thing end up costing you altogether, finally, in here,
I think
installed?
it cost the same as if we had just done a hand-painted sign out front from the beginning.
Oh.
You know?
So it wasn't that expensive.
Wasn't too bad.
Okay.
We got lucky because people wanted to be part of it because there's less and less
history, baby.
Stuff like that.
Well, yeah,
people
and you've got branded hats and stuff.
Yeah. We use it
like
for
your
everything.
whole vibe.
Yeah. It's because of how it was. Like driving home from Brooklyn. I lived in Brooklyn for 18 years. Driving to visit my parents. They lived in the same house I grew up in. This place, the fireplace, was on my way home. And the way the old buildings were situated on the highway was like for when the highway was one lane or something, instead of being like 65 mile per hour, New Jersey style,
Turnpike.
75 miles per hour, you know, and the signs actually faced the road. So this is a sign I would see, like, you know, when I'm 15 minutes from being home, this would be a thing that's like it faced you, you know? So to me, it just reminds me of coming back, you know, and opening this
No,
here.
it's
and,
very rad.
and
It's
making
very cool.
Just keeping it alive.
Yeah.
Now, the Chick-fil-A is the opposite. They're so afraid of the traffic on the highway that they made the Chick-fil-A face the other way. It doesn't even face the highway. The building faces the opposite road, you know? So it's the complete opposite. It's just like you see a black drive-through.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Times are changing.
Yep.
This place was as big as the Chick-fil-A? Was it like a fast casual spot?
Way before fast casual existed, it was just like, it started as, it's one of these, there's a bunch of these kind of buildings around here. Like they start as some small place in like the 30s or something. And then they add like more and more shacks onto it.
Okay.
And you look at them from above, it's like, it's 6 buildings combined, you know, like Rutt's Hut is a really well-known one that's like that. And so it's like each room is a different weird room at a different, maybe you got to go up 3 stairs or something for no reason.
Yeah.
So it was one of those kind of places. It did a little bit of everything: burgers, breakfast, pizza, fried chicken. It wasn't like just like it wasn't a legendary pizza place. That's kind of what's funny about it. It wasn't a place known for pizza at all. I don't even know if
It's a big ass sign for not being known for pizza.
Yeah. Well, it was a big building.
Well, you know, Wawa knows pizza too.
I heard that.
Yeah.
They did get
They have
the
big ass
Jersey
signs.
Shorecast to help promote that, which
Oh, good.
yeah.
Loman AI is a very powerful tool that every pizzeria should have if you have a phone. On past pods, I've said throw your phone away, and this is me eating my words. You can pick a voice. We have Marissa. She sounds fun and energetic. There's even like background noise to make it feel like they're calling somebody that's in a restaurant. To be completely honest, she can answer questions better than I can about my own restaurant. I'm not trying to replace any humans, but I'm telling you, nobody at my restaurant is dying to answer the phone. It just fixes a problem. It really creates a better customer experience. This isn't some clunky chatbot. Loman actually takes orders, answers questions, books reservations, and processes payments. Upselling is hard to train too. Please offer them a salad. Do you want a drink? It's just stuff that we as humans forget to do that Loman does every time. By not using Loman, I guarantee you're leaving money on the floor. Set up a demo and see for yourself. Link in the description. Loman AI. Never miss a call, never miss a sale.
Does American run on Dunkin'?
I don't know.
What do you think, dude?
I remember going.
I haven't had a Dunkin' in a minute, dude.
There's Dunkin' down the street.
Yes.
It's next to is that one you went to?
Well, yeah, we tried to go to this other place, but it looked like there was a shooting or something.
Oh, yeah, the road's closed. But yeah, the Dunkin's next. You saw the Dairy Queen then. Yeah. That's
That
like
Dairy
a time
Queen is
capsule Dairy
sick.
Queen.
Is that still open?
Yeah, in season and randomly.
Okay.
It has the most amazing neon. It's an original tiny ice cream shack. My favorite part about it, though, is that on the sides, because of the driveway, they only have enough room for half a picnic table. They cut a picnic table in half, and one half is on one side of the building, one half is on the other side of the building, directly across from each other. They're painted red. And I just saw, you probably didn't see it today, because in the winter, apparently, they protect it, and they put tarps all over them.
Yeah, I think there was some.
And I love that it's like their prized possession is this half a picnic table attached to the building.
I mean, that little stand is very cool.
Yeah, it's glorious.
Yeah, it is glorious.
There's a lot of gems like that, you know?
Yeah. Have you been to Star Tavern?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Star Tavern, the only downside of Star Tavern is they renovate it. A lot of places in New Jersey renovate their places, and there must be like their cousin is a contractor, and they're going to make it nice, you know?
Yeah.
Which just means like, you know, in New Jersey, that means putting like granite countertops on everything and like can lights, like hi-hat lights, recess lighting.
Yes.
5,000K, you know, very bright blue light. That seems to be what it means. They used to feel, I think, better in there, but great classic spot. They're not too far away. I love Bar Pie. I grew up with another place like that called Kinchley's. It's still there.
Okay.
That's right by where I grew up going there. That's a huge pizza memory for me because it's really, really thin, small bar pies. And so like say somebody's parents after after a little league game or whatever, somebody's going to get pizza for the team. If you got it from a regular pizza place, that would maybe only take 2-3 pizzas. But if someone went and got Kinchley's, they literally roll up with like 20 pies.
Yeah.
Giant stack of pizza. And you're a little kid and you can like crush a whole pie.
Yeah.
It feels great.
Yeah.
So Kinchley's is glorious. It looks insane inside. It's barely changed. So I grew up with like bar pie. Kinchley's. Yeah.
Did you ever go to the shore?
I wasn't a shore kid.
No?
I was like I was a lake kid, you know.
Lake kid, okay.
We went to the Poconos.
Okay.
We went the woods. It was a lake kid. I feel
Lake
like in
kid.
Jersey you're either a lake kid
or a shore
kid or a pool kid.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Or you can be a combination
Of both, of one or the other.
Yeah.
My wife was a shore and pool kid.
Yeah.
But she lived on the shore.
Yeah, that's a whole different vibe.
Yeah.
I'm straight up North Jersey.
Yeah.
Like commuter kind of where you're very connected to New York City.
Yeah.
Kind of area.
If you were one character in The Sopranos, who would you be?
Oh shit. Who would I be?
Like, who do you like? Let's do this. Who would you want to be? And then who do you have like kind of like you see yourself most in?
See myself most in is hard. But I feel like logistically you probably want to be Silvio, you know?
Yeah, Sil, yeah, dude.
I feel like he's got it figured out the most, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like you kind of want to be him. You want to, and even in real life, you kind of want to be little Steven, you know? So whether you're talking about the actor or the character, I don't know. I love The Sopranos. Though.
Yeah. So you go with Sil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say
Cool.
logistically. Yeah.
All right. I like it.
I don't want to die, you know?
Yeah. Well, don't think about like who dies. I'm just talking about like the character itself.
Oh, well, if you want to have the most fun, probably Christopher, I guess, you know?
Well, I
He's
mean,
getting high as hell.
I don't know, dude.
The Rock and Roll Club.
His storyline
He's
was like
making it in the movies, dude.
His storyline seemed actually like the most fucked up, and that's saying a lot, dude. Just beating the shit out of his fucking girlfriend.
Well, yeah, that's not great. But a
Yeah,
lot
doing
of
like racking heroin and fucking.
you said it's not in the not real choice. You know?
Okay,
not
all right.
not worrying about any of the outcomes.
Okay,
That's the
all right.
That's
No,
the
I
choice.
respect that. All right, Christopher. Anyways, great show, huh?
Yeah.
Do you think New Jersey has better pizza than New York?
I don't know. New Jersey definitely has more old school places. Like literally every town around here has multiple places that have been doing it from the 50s. Like that's not unusual.
Do you think like people like around the country kind of overlook, like everyone's talking about New Haven and New York. Do you think that not enough people talk about New Jersey?
Kind of fine with it, you know? You're from LA. Oh no, you're not from LA originally.
You could say I've been living there for 20 years.
Okay.
I spent most of my life there.
Well, I feel like the same thing, like all the media in the 80s and 90s depicted New Jersey. I mean, there's like whole movie plots about like avoiding New Jersey, you know?
Yeah.
I think there's so much media attention. Same way I think they made LA look really good and really bad in movies, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like you really wanted to, because of Baywatch or something, you really wanted to go to Venice Beach or
You
something.
don't want to go to Venice Beach.
Yeah, but in reality, you know, like, I think New Jersey just had so much like negative stuff about it that it flew under the radar. I'm kind of okay with it staying that way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think what's great about it is you have a lot of room to figure it out with a big audience, you know, here. It's super dense. There's a lot of people really well traveled, have gone all over, know what they like, you know. It's an amazing audience. I think people are like really, really educated on food here, and it's a really fun crowd to cook for. So I think we have such a cool thing that does exist here that we don't need the outside world so much, you know? It doesn't matter.
Do you go into the city a lot?
I haven't. I just was there this weekend.
Yeah.
I haven't gone really since I needed like a break after being in there every day for so long. But it's great. New York City is the best. If you want to spend a bunch of money and have a great time and eat tons of stuff and drink crazy stuff.
Yeah.
It's like the best place in the world. You
Yeah.
know? You have to be ready to spend like an insane amount of money every day. It's funner to visit than to live in.
Yeah, no, I that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean this place is like very cool.
Thank you.
Like the outside of the building, you got, the parking lot that's being restriped today.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like I see that there's seating out there as well.
We have seating, we have parties out there,
Yeah.
bands play. The dimension of the space is really similar to any space that would be in the city, which was easy for me to wrap my head around. It's like a typical New York City size building, but then we also have a basement, there's no neighbors upstairs, and we have a parking lot. So it's really cool.
This garage door opens
Garage
up. That's
door.
badass.
Yeah, that's awesome when we do parties. And then we have really cool neighboring businesses too.
The Oyster Bar.
Oyster Bar, which is dude Matt that I cooked with in Brooklyn like 18 years ago. We've known each other.
Oh, that's
that long,
crazy.
And we ended up randomly in the same place. A cheese shop next door called Wheelhouse that we buy cheese from. They crack into whole wheels of Parm.
That's awesome.
Every week for us. So it's amazing to have. We just did a cool, fun collab pie with them. With special cheeses we'd never normally use, but they hooked us up with it. We get to do fun stuff. And then around the corner, on the same corner in our little compound, is a fresh pasta shop called Porta Rosa. And it's another guy named Matt, and Jersey kid, worked in the city forever. He was in charge of pasta at Del Posto, and worked in all the Mario Batali and Danny Meyer kind of world.
Yeah.
As like a complete pasta maniac. And so it's incredible. It's all handmade, fresh pasta you can eat in there. They make gelato, bread. So he's working in there right now. So all these places, what's so cool is when they're open, everyone who owns it is working in there. You see them every day.
Yeah.
And 2 blocks up, there's a great wood-fired pizzeria called Artie's and Bakery. It's amazing. It's kind of insane, actually, what it looks like and is. And then a brewery opened up this summer. So it went from not being too much going on over here that in this past year, a bunch of things are going on.
That's
So
right.
people can come spend a day over here and get breakfast and coffee and then some lunch and then maybe some beers and then some oysters and then pizza or take home pizza. Or you can kind of do a cool thing, and it's the anti kind of what everything's becoming, more and more corporate chain stuff. It's the opposite. It's small, locally owned, chef or, worker owned, brewer owned places. I think that's what people really like over here. It's what they want to have access to.
Yeah.
Show their kids.
Well, it's nice. You get a little taste of what you would get in the city.
Yeah.
Right here. And you're smack dab in the middle of a suburb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a super commuter town. Tons of people commute every day. They know good stuff. But they're here because they can afford to own a house and they want to have a good place for their kid to grow up in and be able to do that whole thing, They don't do it because they don't want to eat really good food, So I think it's a great place if I thought it was a perfect place to kind of, my story matched why a lot of people are here. Whether that's I grew up in New Jersey and now I'm back, or the business started in New York and now I ended up moving into New Jersey and never thought I would, but here we are.
Yeah.
It's just it matches with a lot of people, why they're here. And it's great because it allows us to go all in. You know? We don't have to I don't know if anyone will buy it. It's every time I do a crazier thing, seems like it goes off better and better, So it's amazing to have that. It almost feels like, the city's so based on tourism, there's not a give and take. Even you'll have your regulars and locals, and it's not every neighborhood is that. But where we were open in Manhattan, it's 99% tourists was the clientele. It didn't feel like much of a give and take. Here, it almost feels like you're DJing food or something. You're feeling it out. You're hey, I'm gonna give you a little of this. Let's see how that goes. Then the next pie. We do weekly different specials every week and different pastry specials every week. And So it kind of feels like that. It's like interactive, you know, and there's like a conversation.
What do you say to somebody who's like maybe afraid to make the move from like a bigger city into a situation like this?
To me, I mean, it's not just me saying it. I think any chef who has run a restaurant in Manhattan or in New York would say it's like the game has changed, and that you're better off instead of like opening in Manhattan and that whole dream. You're much better off opening in a less competitive environment, a cheaper environment where you can build clientele that are grateful for you to be there, that want you to be there, you're not just another place.
Another thing to try.
And that if you can find that in Brooklyn or in Queens or in Staten Island or in Manhattan, or if you can find that and you know that that's there, then definitely open, you know. But I think that should be the main goal and what you're trying to find. I don't think you have to be in the city anymore. I went there to try and cook in the best places, learn as much as I could. That's how I ended up there. And growing up in the shadow of the city, I always wanted to live there. And there's a lot going on, you know, that won't go away. Kids are always going to move there. There's always going to be that demand.
Yeah.
So for a certain time of your life, it's definitely really, really cool. But I kind of got it out of my system, I guess. Like I still did it.
Yeah.
So I can't say don't do it, you know, but
yeah.
I would just say the real thing you should be looking for to make this worthwhile, because it's really hard business to make money in.
Yep.
You know, as a low margin, even if you do a really, really good job as a really low margin. So you should be looking for the payoff being the community that you're becoming a part of.
Yeah.
And that's a huge part of the profit, you know?
Yeah.
Is just that you meet interesting people, make cool connections, get to do fun stuff, you know?
You become somebody else's fireplace.
Something like that, you know? And for us, that's been like, we're throwing parties. Like we did a Pee Wee Herman themed party, you know, this summer here. And it's with my friend Maggie, who owns a tattoo shop in town. She happens to live 2 blocks away. She's a regular over here. They eat here every week. And we were just talking about something that would be fun to do. And she made homemade. She made like characters from Pee Wee's Playhouse. So people would take photos with it. Through connections she has, we met somebody to judge like a costume contest. And we did a silly pizza slice contest, kind of like Pee Wee eating breakfast, you know, with like wacky shit on it. We did that. Like, we just put this together, a Pee Wee pizza party, and had like a couple hundred people come, multiple families wearing complete Pee Wee costumes, like everyone in the family dressed up, you know, and just get to do fun, weird shit.
Yeah.
And like, that's what I'm kind of talking about. Is like, you want to,
But you're talking about you become a part of the community.
Yeah, and just like, and you're interacting, you're creating something, you're just doing something fun, and you want to be in the right place where whatever that idea of that is for you, like there's other like-minded people who are like, hell yeah, I want to do that. I think that's the biggest thing to look out for. And if you can do it in a place that's cheaper, it's a lot less pressure and allows you to do fun stuff, take chances, you know?
Yeah.
I think that should be, you don't want to have that pressure. In some way you feed off that stuff. I mean, I know that for me, running restaurants in New York was like, you feed off the pressure to some degree.
Yeah.
That's really fun when you're 25 and like nothing can stop you in the world, you know? But like, as you get older, it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you watch the Pee Wee Herman documentary on HBO?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowing the origin of it all and re-examining it, you know, and kind of, you know, restaurants like a production every day in a way, you know, like we're putting on a show, just especially like knowing more about Pee Wee's Playhouse and re-looking at it. It's just really cool. It's like, that was why we did it. It's like, because I am trying to create my own universe here, my own world.
Yeah.
Where like anything's possible. There's definitely a chance pizza's involved. That's 100%.
Yeah.
But like anything else, we're just trying to create our own universe. That's what I always say. Like you step through the door and you're in our own world here. And that's what I think Pee Wee did, you know, especially with Playhouse, but with the movies too. And like as a character, it's like someone who never grows up and combined with all their friends makes this cool, special world to have fun in.
Well, it's just so crazy that it was like the kind of this like more adult, like art house.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
The whole thing was just like, and really like watching it back, it was still pretty adult.
Oh, yeah. But that's the best stuff. Like, that's what I'm trying to do here. I think the challenge with pizza is like the audience isn't the same. If like you're open a sushi omakase tasting counter and you want to take food really seriously, that's a very specific clientele. Slice shop is like, are you a human being? Do you eat solid food? Yes, you are our clientele.
Yeah.
It's everybody.
Yeah.
So how to have fun and make it a little subversive and how to make it be like interesting for both a little kid and an adult, that's what I'm always trying to kind of layer here too. So I identified it with that as well. You know, it's like a kid's show, but it's like a bunch of adults having fun and it's good for everybody to watch. And
I guess that's what pizza is.
yeah.
It's all encompassing. It's approachable, and I mean, you can market your restaurant, especially like online, where it's like still a family friendly place, but like it has edgier tones that like adults can laugh at.
Yeah. Trying to find that balance is key. Like you saw our bathroom.
Yeah.
So that's like an art project I did with my friend growing up. He was my roommate
great.
in Brooklyn. We used to play in bands together. We grew up in the same town. We did a similar kind of collage like that for another restaurant. I opened like 10, 12 years ago. And I got him to help me. Now he has kids. And we pushed that as far as we could without him being like, I think my son would be afraid if we went any further.
Yeah. That's
we
good.
pushed
Just
it as
ride the line.
Yeah.
You know?
We pushed it as far as we could.
Yeah.
You know, and just kind of everything like that, trying to make it be ride that line.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's all I can do.
Just ride the line, dude.
Just ride
the line. All right, I got one last question for you, dude. If you could give yourself any advice in 2017, right? That's when you
when I
opened up corner slice.
Yeah.
What would that advice be, or what would you do differently?
Oh, I got to kind of do it here. You know, I got to open again. We closed the store there fully, and then it was a little over a year till we opened here. So this is kind of an embodiment of what I would do differently.
All the things.
But I think overall, if I was like boiling it down, it would be like make changes quickly. You know, don't be afraid to make changes and make them as quickly as you can. Like in a restaurant, once something doesn't work or doesn't feel right to you or you just don't like doing it, just like get rid of that as quick as you can and see what happens.
That's
like,
great advice.
It's more important to be happy yourself with what you're doing and enjoy it all. If it's not something that makes you excited to mess around with every day, just get rid of it. Don't do it. You know, that's what's most important.
Yeah.
You know, the rest flows from there.
Yeah.
Since 2021, I've had the privilege of consulting on projects across the country, helping operators fine-tune their dough, systems, and everything in between. I take it seriously because I know what it's like to build something from scratch. It can be terrible and lonely. Plenty of folks reach out just to talk shop, and I'm always down to share what I know. But if you're ready to take things to the next level, the next step of improving or launching your business, I offer a full menu of consulting services from dough doctoring to dialing in your systems, policies, and workflow. So head over to alexkoons.com to get in touch. Let's build something together. Better pizza for everyone.
The only other thing too is I'm imagining you're reheating your slices in that Pizza Master.
Yeah.
I only know one other person who has one of these for slices. Tommy from Brooklyn DOP. But these things are fucking sick for reheating.
Yeah.
Like if you can afford one of these things.
Have them. Mama's too has the most of them. He has an insane lineup of ovens. I can't imagine how much power.
Frank, I don't know that guy.
Okay.
Right? Is that his name?
Yeah, Frank.
Yeah.
Mama's too has this. I think Lay Industry has it too in their new store.
I've only been to the OG place.
We had to separate it. That's our original oven.
Pretty good pizza.
It. And we used to do slices in the bottom oven, and it's like the most, if you're over 5'4",
Yeah, no,
it's
that's
like the
fucked.
most awkward height.
I'm just saying, like that's not a cheap reheating oven for your slices.
No. What's crazy about that is that little oven costs quite a bit more than what that oven
Cost at the
originally
time.
cost.
Yeah.
But that the price change thing is insane, dude. What I bought that oven for, especially because it was the first one with it, it's more than double the price.
Yeah.
Like,
you know that they're super cheap overseas?
Are they?
Yeah.
Nice. That's
Probably because they're not being imported like to the US. But even when I bought my Pizza Master in 2020, it's almost doubled in price.
Yeah.
So
that one's more than double. That's kind of why instead of buying a second one of that, I bought that one, and I really like them. But it's not just them that's changed in price, but like I bought all
everything's changed in price.
I bought all my. It was for a 300 square foot food stall, so it's not like a crazy amount of equipment. But in 2016, that invoice is dated like October or November 2016. My full invoice of equipment for my complete pizzeria was less money than how much that one oven costs now.
Yeah, that's
the
crazy.
Big pizza. That's how much it's changed.
Yeah.
And that's everything besides like small wares. Every piece of equipment in there. It's kind of insane.
Yeah.
It was a big surprise when I went to reopen and how it's literally like 400% more expensive now. Like anything you buy, piece of wood, like anything is that much more.
Goddamn light bulb, man.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
The light bulb's real though with the LED thing.
Yeah.
Went from being like $1 for a 4-pack to you got to buy like.
Well, now you got to buy Hue bulbs where you can control with your phone, dude.
All that stuff.
Now they're $20.
I guess that's the only way, yeah.
It's the only way forward, dude. All right, dude. Well, thank you for letting us bug you this morning.
Yeah, thanks for
coming
coming
in,
out.
your time, and it was wonderful.
Thank you. I'm glad you came to New Jersey.
Me too. I love New Jersey.
Yeah,
it's the Garden State.
I didn't know
baby.
you had the connection. I saw you were down the shore.
I fucking love Jersey.
Where did your wife grow up?
Brigantine.
Okay, so that's like a South
She's
Jersey.
South Jersey.
Yeah.
South Jersey are my people, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like them, dude.
That's got
a lot of them from Philly.
The Philly connection.
That's
down
right.
there.
My in-laws, a lot of them from South Philly.
Yeah. They got the AC Expressway straight out. Why not?
Boom, baby.
Yeah.
I fly right into Philly, dude. Straight down there.
Yeah, my cousin just married into a straight up South Philly family.
She's lucky.
Yeah, she lives in South Philly now in like a little row house that was her husband's grandmother's house.
Yeah.
So they got that. Her father-in-law was like a port worker dude, classic South Philly job.
Yeah.
And her mother-in-law works at the Eagles Stadium doing food stuff. And her husband is a mummer. You know about that?
Was a what?
Mummer.
A mummer?
Yeah. You have to ask your wife.
I will.
Mummers are like it's kind of like a New Orleans like looking thing. If you think like Mardi Gras stuff. On New Year's Day and other occasions, they do this whole crazy parade. They all wear wacky outfits, play like stringed instruments.
Oh no, I
and
think
stuff.
I know. I've heard this. Yeah.
It's like crazy. So she's like super South Philly now. I love
I think there's a
Philadelphia.
mummer or two in my family.
Yeah, if
sure.
they got the connection for real, they gotta have
they gotta have a mummer or two in the
they
family.
Paint themselves silver, wear a weird dress, and like
Matt's wife is from South Jersey as well.
You guys got great taste.
100%, dude. Like I said, I love Jersey, dude.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah,
just don't tell anyone.
I won't. I actually will. I'm gonna tell the world. No one believes me.
Yeah.
I try to tell people, I'm like, no, Jersey is great. They're like, no, it's not.
I don't think it would pop up for you, but on TikTok, there was recently this like Japanese like vlog person who was like going around New York and making these videos about. They're all in Japanese. It's like insane, but there's like they just were showing off places. She ended up going to staying in New Jersey for like a full month. Showing off stuff to like a Japanese audience in Japanese. And it's just like very strange videos. But then like they loved it. Like, and the people of New Jersey loved that they were featuring it.
Yeah.
And it's like, at least in my very New Jersey heavy TikTok algorithm, it seemed like it was like a big moment where we're like finally someone appreciades us, you know.
It was a big moment for Jersey.
It's gonna
blow it up.
Yeah.
Dude.
And it went. It's someone who went from maybe like, I don't know the exact number, but it's like in that month went from like 3,000 followers to like 30,000. Instead of it being like Japanese people, it's like 27,000 people from New Jersey who are just like, hell yeah, that place rules. Like, get the cider donuts, you know, like just being like yelling like what to do, you know?
I love it.
Yeah, and it's so funny. But so maybe this even becomes a New Jersey pizza podcast somehow.
It should. I should just move here.
Bi-coastal.
Yeah.
That's everyone's dream. That's the LA dream.
Is it?
Yeah. You skip the well, at least from this, that's what like all the people who want to go act say.
I would spend my summers.
Bi-coastal.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, down the
my
shore.
summers on the shore, dude.
Yeah. If you got
One
that
day.
set up,
One day.
you might as well.
Yeah. My brother-in-law's in construction too. Just have him just build me a house, dude.
Does he have a boat?
Shout out McHugh Builders. He does have a boat.
Hell yeah, he's doing it right.
He's got a boat.
You're already good.
My father-in-law does flooring.
Perfect.
Yeah. My mother-in-law just runs restaurants like no one's business.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Down the shore.
She's been in casinos for a long time, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
In AC there.
Betty's
Yeah.
back room, dude.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. I feel like I've seen you post Atlantic City stuff.
Well, I
'cause you were
fucking
right
love
there.
Tony's Baltimore Grill.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my favorite pizzeria in the United
24-hour
States.
bar.
Yes. It's everything I love about pizza.
Yeah.
Where it's just like people making pizza for the people of the city they live in, and like people have a great time there.
Yeah.
Families, drunkards, drug addicts, everyone's welcome.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it's all about.
It's a wonderful space.
I also like anything that's like that, where it's like the entire city block around it is gone.
Yeah.
And it's
They're like the
one
only
building
thing.
left.
Yeah.
I feel like there was like, I don't remember all the names of them, but there was like multiple 80s movies that were like something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, the landlord's going to come in and knock down the whole block, and then some aliens have to come to help do some magic to save the special building, you know?
That does sound
I
like
just
an
identify with
80s
that.
when Fred Savage is in it.
Yeah. He made the best one, and then like 7 copies came out.
Yeah.
With like kids who who looked like a weird version of Fred Savage.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Let's land it there. Hey y'all, if you love what we're doing here on Pie to Pie, the best way to keep it going is to support the show directly. You can donate, subscribe, or even buy us a coffee. It all helps us keep bringing the real stories from the pizza world straight to your ears and eyes. A little can go a long way as we try to keep bringing you the best of the best. Hit the link in the show notes or visit our Instagram link tree to chip in and help us keep the ovens on. As always, love, trust, and pizza dust. Pie to pie forever. Let's go.